Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Link, Aave and Avax price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with the Link on the daily or on all-time history, I would say. For Link, we are looking here at an impulse toward the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A or wave 1, and followed by a correction W, X, and a Y. X and a Z even. Yeah, so we have a very complex structure and followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 1, wave 2 given. And then we are looking here at a longer wave 2, of course, as a potential running flat because this impulse looks like a 3 waves toward the upside and, of course, turning it into a potential correction, which is belonging to a wave 2 in a truncated wave 2 and then followed by another impulse where we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 currently. I'm looking still for the blue box here where we might hit, of course, around the $40, $49 for a Link. In this bullish scenario, of course, we need to see higher prices in validation of the triangle where you might have an A, B, C, D, and an E, which is your sideways a correction here still unfolding, of course, in a longer time, where you might still have, of course, wave E to unfold before we start to move for higher. However, if the previous scenario will unfold, therefore we would like to see a wave 5 in validation of the triangle by taking the high and of course hitting around the $40 and $49, which is of course our target in overall. And of course, if we see continuation for higher, it might be of course a 1-2, another 1-2 here, of course, or it can be a wave 3, then having 4 and a 5, which it might hit around the $70 and the $110 for a new all-time high. If we dive deeper inside this view here, on the 2 hours chart for a Link, we are looking at a potential impulse can be finished as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, followed after a potential diagonal expanding diagonal wave 1, WX, and a Y, and we see a wave 3 towards the upside. Now, very rare case scenario, but it is working like water here. And we see, of course, 3 waves toward the downside hitting the 1-to-1 fib level as expected in our blue box here. No further lower prices as a diagonal. The 1-to-1 fib level was more than enough in $20 here. And to start to see some higher prices, if we move even 15-minute chart to analyze a little bit inside it, you can call this as a 1-2, 1-2, another wave 2 here, and we start to unfold our wave 3 toward the upside here, where we see, of course, even much more higher prices. So by all means, right now on the lower time frame, I would say we can call, of course, this is a potential starting for a bull run here for a Link, and of course that because as well on the daily we have of course a wave 5 to unfold, which it can be of course your triple 1-2 here in this of course scenario that we are looking at here at this final 1-2 as well as the third one. So the target for the next price action, I'm expecting right now, of course, the 1.618 here as a wave 3 as an impulse. Therefore, I'm still expecting for higher for a Link here. And in case, of course, we see further higher prices, this might be, of course, our wave 3 in the gray scenario, followed by a wave 4, which might be a sideways because you have a very deep wave 2 here, or I would say kind of like expanding flat. And then, of course, having this wave 2 here, that it might unfold a triangle toward the upside for a wave 5 later on. So target still $23, $22 for the next, of course, micro level. That was it for Link. Let's move for Aave and let's start on the daily as well for Aave, where we are looking at our all-time history here as an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in the yellow scenario here. Around scenario, you have a finished wave 1, and we're looking here at a potential long sideways correction where you have W, X, and a Y. In this W, X, and a Y, we're looking at 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're looking further higher prices to unfold where we have potentially double 1, 2, and wave 3 might unfold as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Still looking for higher. In case that we are in a triangle here where you have an A, B, C, D, and an E, still a very long range triangle. I doubt it so much, especially based on this impulse. I'm looking further for higher prices still. So 1-2 and double 1-2 followed, of course, might be very, very possible, especially that you took the 0.38 here as a 1-2. And of course, we still looking for higher. In case we are bearish, of course, we are in ABC, which is very low possibility, and that because, of course, we are impulsive, the direction of the market is upward, unless, of course, something else start to unfold by taking the low, meaning confirmation, of course, for this one-to-one can be, of course, given unless, as well, we want to break this trend line also, as well as a triangle, which is your next scenario in case of lower prices. Now, if we move on the 2 hours chart here, we can see on the 2 hours chart, we have, of course, an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finished wave 1 or wave A, followed by an expanding flat wave 2 or a wave B. And as mentioned on the daily, we have double 1-2s. Now, this 1-2, of course, is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 1, A, B, and a C wave 2, and we start to seek, of course, for higher prices. Again, the low was not taken, despite, of course, the 886. We still can be, of course, a bullish scenario unfolding towards higher prices. In this scenario, we are looking right now on the micro level. We are looking at 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Again, the same as for link before. We have several 1-2s to unfold here. Wave 3 as well, not finished. And we're looking for another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And finally, of course, a bigger 1-2, which is a leading diagonal here in this case, which it might be, of course, a very nice signal for an impulse unfolding for higher prices. Your next target here for this potential wave 3 should, of course, hit the 1.618, the common target normally, and still, of course, continuation toward the upside, very, very likely. So, if we see, of course, invalidation here, which is, of course, your zone 1, that might be, of course, a signal of potential lower prices again, but I doubt it. I think that the things might still continue for higher before taking, of course, the 279 in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5, continuation simply for higher prices. Yep, so that was it for Aave as well. Let's see the last coin we have with us today, which is Avax. So for Avax, we are looking also at the all-time history here, where we have a potential impulse toward the upside. Wave A or a wave 1 can be a wave W in case this is a corrective wave. And we're looking here at a 3 waves correction after it, of course, which it might be an A, B, and a C toward the upside. Your wave C has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Another scenario of 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 for higher prices is also very likely and possible. And in case we are very corrective in a triangle, A, B, C, D, E, this is your wave E. It's time to move for lower. However, higher possibility is to move for higher prices, and that because of the large scale wave 1, 2, and followed by an impulse towards the upside wave 3. We are looking at a wave 4 potentially unfolding here for further higher prices in a wave 5. If we dive deeper inside it on the 2 hours chart, we can see, of course, that this 1-2 has unfolded here after it has unfolded, of course, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC wave 2 as an expanding flat. And we see, of course, a wave 3 unfolding as a 1, 2, 3 wave 4, no invalidation. And then finishing wave 5 still, of course, unfolding as well towards higher prices. This wave 5 is somehow extended 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And potentially right now you get your final 4, 5 to finish a wave 3, 4, and a 5 actually, which it might still looking for higher. Now, basically, if you are in this wave 4 and we take, of course, the fib levels taken from the wave 2 to the wave 4, we can see clearly that we have hit so far the common targets for wave 4. And that means it is time, of course, to move for higher prices after, of course, this hit in the blue box for wave 4, potentially internally here, of course, we're talking. And it is, of course, possible to move for higher prices. And the target for this might be, let me check 1 second on the 4 hours chart. Yes, let's take the target from the zone 1. Wave 3 can be, in case finished or not, still can be very likely that we hit this blue zone anyway for wave 5. So I'm still looking for 1, 2, 3 In case finished or not, wave 3, because it can be, of course, as well finished, but I'm expecting here even one more high for a wave 3 can be very likely. And of course, coming back to the same blue box, probability is a little bit high here, can be, because we see, of course, 1 2 1 2 here, double 1 2, and you see only wave 3 4 5 4 5. Okay, so maybe the things might not come back to this area. It might be fractal, somehow simply continuation for higher prices. By all means, very, very bullish, I would say, sentiments for the alts here and for all these three coins right now. I'm still looking for higher prices. Let's watch the blue boxes. And of course, let's watch the invalidations of these scenarios. Now, if in case we are in a wave 3, which I doubt it yet, I think that the invalidation for bullish here, we need to watch also this. We need to watch this invalidation for AVAX before finishing it. The video, let me add also invalidation. $25.8. So preferably simply to continue toward the upside. Okay, we're very close, but simply we need to continue further. And on the 15-minute chart, by the way, to analyze this, you have already 1 2 1 2 and double 1 2 unfolding. Wave 3 has to unfold very, very massively towards the upside. That was it for Aave Link and Avax. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.